Let me get the mic. Honey, I got something to say. Ooh, I like that. Can you turn that up for me? No, like, it's Maja. But you know, Maj for short. Ask Maj.
What's up? What's up? It's your girl Maj, and we are back with another episode of Eggs Maj, the podcast, where I'm spilling all the real tea. It's homecoming, y'all. Well, for A&T it is. So my alma mater's homecoming would have been this weekend. Obviously, COVID hit, the pandemic hit, and a lot of HBCUs, including mine, have canceled homecoming for this year, but our Aggies, all of NCAT, has been in the homecoming mood, and it feels so good. Even though we are so far apart, Aggies always find a way to connect. So I got a special guest coming on a little bit later, Miss Asha Brown, who is the creator and host of Wine About It, the podcast. And we are just going to have a fun, engaging, and open conversation about all things A&T, homecoming, HBCUs, and all of that good stuff. Asha graduated 2015. I graduated a year after her. And Asha and I were both in SGA at different times. She was a class president and I was the miss of the university. And so I think we're just gonna have a really fun time just talking about our great memories, you know, at A&T and what homecoming means to us and all of that good stuff. So stay tuned. Maj moment of the day, of the week, of the year, of the month, however long you need it. Okay, so quick story. Yeah, I have a major, I don't want to speak too much about it, give too many details about it, but I have a major opportunity coming up this week. And I've been preparing, and I'm so excited. Now, if I can be completely honest with you, I am a little nervous. Nerves are good though, but I'm a little nervous, a little anxious about this because I know this is something I really want. And I know this is something I can do, like I will be a great fit for, all of that good stuff. And so I've just been kind of worried about it. Like I said, anxious about it. It's just been on my mind. Like I've just been thinking about it a lot. And so this past message on Sunday had to do with not having to worry because, you know, God's got everything you need. And so it really just stuck with me because I've been worried about this thing, just worried about how it's going to turn out and what's going to happen in the end, and if I'm going to get this opportunity, if I'm going to do well and all of that good stuff. But the message just spoke to me and it kind of gave me the Maj moment for this week. And that is, ain't no need to worry. God got you. And that has just been my mantra for the week. I've been listening to the song from the Winans and Anita Baker all week. Just to let it resonate in my spirit and just to remind myself that I don't have anything to worry about. And obviously I'm confident that I'm going to get this opportunity, but even if I don't, I have faith that God has got my back, and I know that he has something greater in store because eyes have not seen, ears have not heard what God has in store for me. So I just refuse to worry. I refuse to doubt. I refuse to be anxious about this thing. At the end of the day, God got my back, and that's all that matters. So Maj moment of the day, ain't no need to worry. God got you. So I got a really interesting Ask Maj request this week, and I was super excited about sharing it with you. So, dear Maj, when is it appropriate to talk about money in the dating stage? Like how much you or your partner makes? First of all, great question. And I think a lot of people have this same conversation with their friends, family, all that good stuff. So first, before I get into my answer for this question, I really want to clarify what the dating stage is for me. So the dating stage is the get to know you stage before you move into the relationship stage. It's the stage where we're hanging out. It's the stage where we're getting to know each other. We're going out to eat. We're going hiking. We're going bowling. We're going skating. We're doing all of this fun stuff to get to know each other. So that's what dating is to me. And then as you're dating, you learn more about each other and you learn more about whether or not you can kind of see yourself long-term with this person. So now that we've kind of cleared up what the dating stage is, I personally, okay, let me say this. I think the money conversation is a very intimate conversation. I think it's a serious conversation. And I think there should be some sort of trust that's upheld in that conversation. And there should be some sort of trust that's upheld with the person that you're conversing with about money. So I don't think personally that finances and money should be a part of the conversation in the dating stage. That's just my opinion. I think money is a more serious conversation, and it should come when you guys get a little bit more serious. You're a little bit more exclusive. Either you're in a relationship or you've talked about being in a relationship. And I think this is where you kind of begin to talk about your life together, kind of those long-term conversations, maybe marriage, buying property, jobs, career, moving in together, all of that kind of stuff. That's when kind of the money conversation should come in. I don't think, we should be talking about how much I make and how much you make while we're dating. Not unless, like I said, it's just a more serious dynamic. I just think the money conversation is a serious dynamic. I think that should be saved for somebody that you're serious with, that you plan to be long-term with. Just my opinion. I think, like I said, when you talk about future plans and you talk about moving in together and things that actually involve finances together that impact each other, then I think that's when you should begin to have those money conversations. Now, if you feel otherwise and you think that you should have those money conversations a little earlier, then so be it. But I would encourage you to just ask that person, kind of open up the conversation and ask that person how they feel about talking about money. Because everybody isn't just completely open to talking about money in the dating stage. Like I said, I'm not. That's not something I'd like to discuss in the dating stage. I think that's a conversation, for more serious relationships. I mean, just think about it like this. Do you tell your close friends how much you make? Do you talk to your close friends about finances and stuff like that? I think it's just one of those things it's subjective. It's relative to the person, but I personally don't think that money should be discussed in the dating stage. I think it's a more serious conversation. So like I said, I think, if it's something that you want to talk about earlier, it's okay to open the conversation, ask questions, and see how that person is comfortable talking about money. So great question as it relates to dating and talking about money. So moving on, ooh, child, that daggone Tory Lanez, honey, had the audacity to go on IG Live and finally address the shooting of Megan Thee Stallion. Honey, I'm tired of hearing about this. Why are we still talking about this? My thing is, you've come out and said the truth will tell, time will tell, the truth gonna come out. You made a whole album tonight. Why are we still talking about it? If you stand by the fact that you did not shoot her, okay, stand by that. Like, why do we have to keep going on IG Live and tweeting and all this other type of stuff? Stop. I don't understand why we're even still having this conversation and there's this full on open case. Like, you could be spending 20 plus years in jail and you're going on IG Live, having conversations about what happened that night. I'm so confused. Anyway, in the IG Live, he says, for the last 3 months of my life, I've been in this place where I've been bashed, I've been cut through, just people every single day just coming at me. He continued on saying that he and Megan both knew what really happened that night. He said, it's falsified information. It's false information. It's not accurate information. I don't ever want to come off like I'm here to bash this girl or I'm here to talk about this girl or ever be at a place where I'm disrespecting her, because to me as a person, she's still my friend. No matter what, even if she doesn't look at me like that, I look at her like she's still my friend. So afterwards, Megan responded allegedly and says, this Negro is genuinely crazy. So I don't know. I'm not gonna lie. I'm tired of hearing about this. I'm tired of hearing about it. At the end of the day, let the court make the decision. And I, like I said before, I stand with Meg, but at this point, let's move on, Tory. Please spare us all. Spare us all. Anyway, so let's get into some celebrity, honey. So there's a new horror movie out called Bad Hair, starring Lena Waithe, Usher, and Kelly Rowland. This came out on Hulu last week. It's directed by Justin Seaman. Ooh, child, it might be Simon. Child, let me not butcher his last name. But anyway, he also directed Dear White People, if you guys have ever seen that. So Bad Hair is a film set in 1989, and it's about an ambitious young woman who gets a weave in order to succeed in the image-obsessed world of music television. However, Her flourishing career may come at a great cost when she realizes that her hair may have a mind of its own. So I haven't had a chance to watch it yet, but I've heard mixed reviews. So I'm definitely going to try and watch that sometime this weekend or next week. But I also encourage you to go and watch that. And if you have formulated an opinion about it, please let me know whether I should stream it or skip it. Okay. Wendy Williams fans expressed their concern for her on social media after Friday's episode of her talk show. Her performance left some people confused and also thinking about the Halloween episode, I think in 2017, where she passed out live on air. So in Friday's show, people were saying that she kind of had that same look where she passed out the first time. Kind of the same look in her eyes. In addition to that, she was talking really slow. She was walking really slow, and she had on sneakers, so that was kind of strange. And she struggled with long pauses while she was talking, and her commentary was very unclear. One person tweeted, "So today was a little over the top with Wendy Williams. Did anyone notice this, or was it me?" Another person tweeted, "From the time she came out, you can see something isn't right. Don't they tape early in the day? Whatever it is, it's too early to be using it. Please, someone take care of her. Don't let this continue." Another person tweeted, "She's been this way since the start of the new season but it is getting worse by the day. I think she's using again, and they are enabling her for that check." Wendy Williams seemingly responded on Monday's episode, and she said, I always say I love you for watching because I really, really do. I come here every day and I try to do the best that I can for you. I appreciate you watching, but even after all of these years, it's still work. An effort put in for the hour I'm out here. You know, I guess every day is not perfect. I'm not a perfectionist. I'm not perfect." So, I feel bad for Wendy. I know that she has some issues. She has a lot of health issues, and her health has kind of been on a roller coaster. I know she has Graves' disease. She has some issues with her thyroid and just a few other things. And so I don't know if it's, drug use to cope, or, it's just overdosing on what she already has. I don't know, but it is sad to see. I definitely encourage you to go check that out to see it for yourself. But it is sad if it seems like, she's going in a downward spiral. I just hope that she does get help. So new music. Tiana Taylor dropped a new visual for her single, Lose Each Other. Saweetie dropped a new single called Back to the Streets with Jhené Aiko. So here's the thing. I love Saweetie. She's a cute little hot girl. Music, I can't get into. But Jhené's on it, so I might take a listen. Ty Dolla $ign released a new album called Featuring Ty Dolla $ign with features from Nicki Minaj, Roddy Ricch, Kanye West, and more. So that should be interesting. Definitely go and check that out. And Drake finally announced his new album, Certified Lover Boy, releasing January 2021. And by the title, I'm highly interested. Shout out to Drake on the announcement of his new album. So moving on to my favorite section, Shine, Black Girl Shine. Miss Paris McGowan makes history. Ooh, child. I don't have COVID, okay? I don't have COVID. Something within my throat, okay? Paris McGowan makes history as Harley Davidson's first Black female technician. 25-year-old Paris graduated from the Motorcycle Mechanics Institute with a specialty in Harley Davidson, making her the first Black technician for the famous motorcycle brand. Shout out to Paris. NBC anchor Kristen Welker is the first Black woman to moderate a presidential debate since 1992. Honey, and if y'all did not watch that debate, she was talking that talk, okay? Yes, Miss Kristen, go on ahead, girl, go on ahead. And, well, that looks like all I have for Shine, Black Girl Shine. Okay, well, let's bring Miss Asha in, okay? Let's bring Miss Asha right on in and jump to this good old interview.
I'm excited.
How are you? When I say I've been seeing nothing but Aggie stuff all week at work. It's only Monday, but at work.
It's a pandemic, so all week.
All week.
Monday is all week.
I've been seeing all the Aggie shirts, and I'm just like, these people are serious. Like, we are serious.
But I haven't really seen any other schools go as hard for homecoming.
Like, oh, absolutely not.
We have. Like, I understand people can't physically go, but it's that old Aggie spirit.
Right.
Like, it's good enough for me. Is it good enough for me?
You know what I'm saying? And my thing is, we can't let it go. Like, you know what I'm saying? We can't let it go. And that's the thing about it. But that's okay though, because I still feel like we are so connected, even though we're so far away. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like Aggie's gonna find a way.
We gonna find a way.
You know what I'm saying?
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if people like who are nearby Greensboro still pop up on campus on Saturday.
Oh, absolutely.
Light a candle,
Absolutely.
a firework, do a chant. Something is good. It's still gonna happen. Like,
you know, I saw some people like, oh, just touched down in Greensboro, and I'm like, what y'all doing in Greensboro? Like, ain't no homecoming, big. Ain't no.
I'm staying in this hotel I booked last year. Okay, I'm staying here.
No, but for real, because we book a year in advance, and then to find out 4, 5, 6 months before that we're not having homecoming. So I can only imagine people still going and staying because they don't book their rooms.
I was devastated because this year was my 5 year. So I graduated May 2015.
Yes, it was.
So this was my 5 year. I was like, I'm really like an alumna for real. Like for real. I done hit a milestone.
Okay.
So it was like, yeah, okay.
I saw Dorian tweet. He was like, we're going to have to celebrate the 5 year with us. I said, well, come on, y'all are welcome.
No, because, okay, so for those listening who aren't Aggies, who don't know who me and Maja are, we went to the illustrious North Carolina Agricultural and Technical State University, home of the Aggies, the largest HBCU in the land, the number one.
Top 2, but I'm not 2. Okay?
But not number 2, okay? Like, we so number 1, baby, it's lonely at the top. Okay. And this week, like this episode for us, it was important. We were like, let's just do a crossover episode because we wanted to talk about homecoming. But I was so devastated, like, oh my gosh, it's my 5 year. But I remember some of y'all in 2016, class of 2016, May 9th of this year was class of 2020's graduation. That's the actual date that I graduated on. So some of us posted our pictures on that Saturday morning like, oh, happy 5 years to 2015. And some of y'all, and I love y'all, some of y'all in 2016 is like, y'all are narcissistic. They didn't get to have a commencement, and here y'all go posting y'all pictures being stuff. We like, that ain't my problem.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
So now we gonna take over for the 2021 with y'all and see how you like
come
this
on. Y'all welcome. I love 2015. I love 2015. Y'all definitely.
We kind of a cool class. Low key.
Absolutely.
Low key, maybe high key.
Okay. We held it down when y'all left, okay?
And then after that, I don't know what happened. I don't know. And I don't say that shady. I just literally don't know what's going on over there at the school. I done checked out. I was like, all right.
I will say that, I think it's, I hate to say this, but I think it's just across the board. Like, I think just the generation of HBCUs students, I guess, has definitely changed. From when we were in school. And I mean, we've seen that with A&T, but just, through social media and talking to a few folks, like the dynamic is just different.
It's very different. I will say, so I started at A&T fall 2011. Instagram was like on the
coming
low.
Up. It was coming up. Yeah, it was coming up.
Twitter was our thing, but we would have like really funny moments or funny debates or hashtags and follows and all these things on Twitter. Like Twitter used to be the spot. And honestly, if you're really real about it, Twitter is still the spot. If you're really honest about it. It is. But when I was a freshman in college, Instagram was only on Apple iPhones. Like it wasn't on Android. It wasn't on anybody else's phone. It was an app specifically designed for iPhone.
I don't even remember that, but that's crazy. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I had a BlackBerry at the time, so I was definitely left out of the conversation. I was definitely left out, but so yeah, like that immediate access of information and capturing every single experience that wasn't really part of our campus culture maybe until like my senior year. But those first 2 years, like we didn't have Snapchat, we didn't have Instagram. Not everybody had Instagram, and even still, it was earlier versions of Instagram. We didn't have story. We didn't have DMs, child. Well, no sliding in no DM.
That is
it
so
was really
crazy.
like you had to like comment under somebody's old picture. Like on
oh, yes. Okay. I remember that.
And you comment on that so people don't see it, like people not actively paying attention. Like that's the era that I came from. So I feel like our spirit on campus really reflected that because you had to be in person to really feel the fun. Like you might have heard about it on Twitter, and as Instagram started, you would kind of see it on Instagram, but like you wanted to be there.
Right.
So I feel like now social media, the powerful tool that it is, still presents like a lot of hurdles because now people, like, if it doesn't look a certain way on the timeline, people aren't gonna go.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Or we just trying to have fun. Like, what y'all doing? Everybody going to the cab. What we doing? Like,
okay. And that kind of brings me just to the memory of like dorm storming. Okay. And break it down real quick. Let me break it down real quick. Okay, y'all. So Asha and I were both in Student Government Association. And so in order to get a position on Student Government Association, you had to campaign. And so a part of our campaign was dorm storming. And dorm storming literally meant going to each dorm, knocking on doors.
Asking the RA and the security guard, like, please let me in this building.
Okay. Okay. And really like knocking on doors saying, hey, I don't know you, you don't know me, but my name is such and such. I'm running for this position and this is why you should vote for me. And then, trying to get a little bit more information about them. So I think that just kind of speaks to what you were talking about in terms of, like that in-person kind of interaction and like meeting people face to face, not like, oh, I met this girl because like we slid in the DMs. Another thing, another really good point you brought up was like kind of how Twitter was popping. Our class, when we came in, it was like, hey y'all, my name is Maja. I'm class of 2016. I live in such and such. Who are you? Kind of thing. Hashtag, NCAT 2016. And then that's how you met people like that. Like, oh my God, my name is such and such. I live in Highland Hall too. Hashtag NCAT 2016. We met like that.
When I started at A&T, or like the summer before, so summer 2011, they had like Facebook groups for each class.
Oh my God.
Like, wait, the thought of it is really like, whoa.
I was like, I don't remember that.
Woo, child. So like, it would be like, North Carolina A&T 2015, then 2014, 2013, 2012. Like each class had one. I'm sure one was created for y'all's class. I don't know what y'all did with it, but like, people used to put their Facebook information that, like, that's how we became friends on the social networks. And at the time, the main two that we were using were Facebook and Twitter. But we was like getting on Skype and Uvu with each other. Y'all remember Uvu?
I remember Uvu, child.
That was the video chat, okay?
Okay.
We all 50 million of us up there.
Yes.
But that's how people was like really building friendships. Like my freshman year roommate, like once we found out that we were roommates, then we was always talking in the Facebook group, and like, it was just, that's how we kind of built friends. So then when we moved in on campus that first weekend, everyone's like, hey, that's such and such. But then also you might have been catfished a little bit.
Okay. Cause trying to the pictures on Twitter and Facebook group look a little different than when you moved in. But but first of all, what are you drinking? What are we drinking?
So this week I'm drinking Bossman or Bozeman. Wait,
I love that. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Merlot.
So,
okay. Merlot.
So I bought this bottle at Happy Cork, which is a Black-owned wine shop in Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn. And this wine is not Black-owned, but the lady at the shop, she was like the main mixologist. The wine mixologist who calls all the shots is a Black woman.
Oh, so that's all we need.
So it's not a Black company. It's still a Black woman running all the things and like signing off and creating the types of wine that hit the shelf. So this is one, and I actually just tasted it for the first time while sitting here, and I'm not gonna drink the whole thing tonight.
Okay.
Okay, I'm not going to.
Asha, let me tell you something. you need video. People need to see you, jail. I know it's coming. I know it's a lot of work, but people need to see you. People need to see you.
You know what? Let me get through season 2.
Okay.
And then season 3, like when I go on hiatus from season 2, or maybe midway, I don't know. I gotta map it out. I might need you to help me figure it out.
Honey, I'm here. And just practice. You just practice along the way. Like kind of just try some things and just like test out, your capacity to see, how much time you have and how much bandwidth you have. But honey, these facial expressions. Yes. Okay. So let's talk homecoming. Well, first let's talk HBCU for, I guess, some of the people that are not familiar with kind of the HBCU experience. I was on a panel today at work, actually led by Jeff Ron and Asia French. So shout out to them. Aww. But one of the questions she asked was, and I really want to kind of explore that, but she asked the panel, was your HBCU your first college choice? Like, why did you choose to go to HBCU, and if that was your first college choice? And I was like, oh my God, this will be so good for our combo. So let's hear, Asha, why did you go to A&T? Why did you choose the HBCU, and was this your first choice?
Okay, so funny story. A&T was not my first choice. I'm from Raleigh, North Carolina. North Carolina A&T is a state institution, so it's a public university. A lot of people from my high school went to A&T, and I was like, I ain't trying to be around all these people. I just spent 4 years in high school with them. Ooh, everybody from Raleigh go to A&T. Uh-huh. That's how 17-year-old, 18-year-old me felt. I mean, and if you went there, we was deep. Raleigh was deep. So,
oh my God, Raleigh, annoying.
So, yeah, after a while, I'll be like, we were so ugly. Oh my God. But I wanted to go to Virginia State University in Petersburg, Virginia. And a lot of people would be like, why would you go there? But for me, I wanted to do something different. I wanted to get out the state, live in a new city, try something else. But what I didn't understand was this thing called out-of-state tuition. Ooh. And I'm not a first-gen college student, but still, like, my mom was like, you're going to college, so you need to do your applications, you need to figure out all the things. So it wasn't really ever explained to me what this means and like financial aid and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. So I had paid my housing deposit, like me and my roommate, she was 21. I was like, oh, we got to be turned up. Like, yes. I was ready. Young Asha was ready. Then I got that financial aid package and I was like, ooh. I was like, they said that I still paid $7,000 this semester. Like, right. What? Mm-hmm. So I had a hard time like understanding that. By this time, I had already told A&T like, I'm going to Virginia State, so I'm declining your like. I was not going to A&T. So the freshman orientation for both schools was on the same day. And my mom was like, Asha, where are we going? Are we going to Petersburg or are we going to Greensboro? And I was just like, well, guess we're going to Greensboro because I can't afford to go to Virginia State. And my mom couldn't afford to like take out loans for me. So I had called A&T like, hey.
Remember me?
You know how I was talking all that big shit before.
I was just playing. I was
seeing how your customer service.
Okay, I was testing.
And y'all passed the test. That's Aggie pride. So I asked Elaine, I was like, is it still too late? She was like, no. And then she just pulled up all my information, emailed me everything, and I was at the orientation. And that's how I got to A&T. And I grew to love A&T. My mom didn't go to school in North Carolina, so it wasn't something that like as a kid, that was right passed down to me. Mm-hmm. I just knew I was supposed to go to college. I knew of HBCUs. My mom did a year at Howard before her grades sent her home, and
rest in peace.
But she finished and she got 2 degrees. So what's up?
Okay, and that's all that matters because my man has 2 degrees.
Okay, Rochelle. But no, my mom, she didn't finish at Howard, but she still finished and all that stuff. But I'm not like a true HBCU legacy in that regard, but I really grew to love A&T. A&T gave me a chance. So I think I only got into one PWI coming out of high school. And that was Peace College, which is in Raleigh. So it was an all girls college in Raleigh. Now it's a co-ed schools, William Peace University. But I didn't get into UNC Greensboro. I didn't get into UNC Charlotte. I didn't get into East Carolina. Like all the PWIs, like rejected very easily. Wow. But the HBCUs I applied to, except Winston-Salem State.
Ooh.
They told me to retake my SAT, and I was like,
I'll drink to that.
But what I find interesting is that they deferred me, but like A&T is the superior HBCU. Anyway, so, but still HBCUs as a whole, like, and all the love to Winston, you know, they're our neighbors down the road, but HBCUs gave me a chance. And I'm thankful that I had the opportunity because, like I said, those predominantly white institutions like didn't accept me, like not even a little bit. So I was able to really do a lot with the opportunity I was given. I'm really thankful for it. So even though A&T was not my first, second, or third choice, it was the right choice for me. And you know, I'm forever grateful. So what was your story? How we get here?
So I was kind of like you in a sense of just wanting to do something different. It's crazy because I'm from Chester, Virginia, and everybody I went to high school with all the Black people went to Virginia State. And honey, I had to get up out of Virginia, and I wanted to go somewhere that was not too far, but not too close that my mama could pull up. Sorry, mama, if you're listening.
Listen, I feel you.
And so I didn't want to be at the school with, you know, a bunch of the people I went to high school with. I was like, honey, I'm ready to get up out of here. But you know, A&T was not my first choice. And HBCUs were not my first choice. I am a first generation college student. My parents didn't go to college, and I grew up in a predominantly white area, so HBCUs were far from, you know,
that wasn't what was promoted to you.
No, not only was it not promoted, but it was something I was not comfortable. Like that just wasn't the things that I saw, you know, on a daily basis.
Right.
And so if I can be completely candid, you know, when I thought about HBCU, I'm like, child, I don't know if I can be around all these Black people. You know what I'm saying?
Because that's a lot of people's natural reaction too.
I mean, to be honest, you know, growing up in a predominantly white area, don't get me wrong, you know, it was that, you know, I found myself being, you know, we were the minority, you know what I'm saying? So I can understand that, you know, it might be 1 or 2 Black girls on my team or, you know, my cheerleading squad or whatever. So I did experience that, but I think I kind of created this like survival kind of mode or tactic. Like I just learned to survive in those types of environments. And so we're still doing that. And still doing that. Absolutely. And so when I thought about an HBCU, I was like, oh, child, I don't know, you know, because I wasn't completely uncomfortable. I was used to being around white folks. But I actually applied to Queens in Charlotte. I don't know if you ever heard of it. It's a private school.
Queens College, yeah.
Yeah, real fancy, child. I applied to Queens. I remember I got accepted. I was getting ready to apply for my classes. They sent me a t-shirt. I still got a t-shirt and everything. Like we was ready. And if I could be honest with you, I think my mind was set on going to North Carolina. So I think I just applied for A&T kind of for the hell of it. Just right. Applying. Like
it's right there. Why not?
Open. Exactly. Just kind of keeping my options open. I think I applied for like Norfolk State and a few others. And so I don't really know how I made the decision to go to A&T. I don't know what about because it wasn't that I didn't get accepted anywhere or, you know, I had those options. So, child, maybe it was Jesus. Just, you know, talking.
I mean, it was just redirecting the path.
You know what I'm saying? And you know, even when I got to A&T, I was still scared. Like it was so different for me. So different being surrounded by Black people. So different, yeah. All Black people, like nothing but Black people. Like that was different for me. I'm just not from that. The place I'm from is called Chester. Like it sounds white. Chester. Okay, Chester. So you know, it was completely different for me, and it's something that I wouldn't say grew to love. I did grow to love it, but I think it's just one of those things where it hardened my shell in a good way though. So definitely best decision I've ever made. If I could go back and do it all over again, I would absolutely choose A&T again. Like best freaking decision ever.
I love A&T, but I think the reasons that I love A&T are very different than what people might expect. So people,
let's talk about it.
People know, like, I was really involved on campus. I was an RA, and I loved being an RA. It was so fun. I love the drama because I love, like, girl, this person did da 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 da. Like,
right.
I was in student government. I was in couture. Like, I used to dance with couture. Like, did different things. Oh, come on.
I used to sing with couture. Okay.
But like, for me, what I loved the most about A&T was like the history about it. And I think because of my experience in student government, or just like people that I met, I think I was positioned intentionally or maybe unintentionally in a lot of surroundings where I was able to soak in so much. So like, I think it was the end of my freshman year, and I was going to some program that the sophomore class had, and I forgot what it was about, but Dr. Rashid was there. So she used to be the dean of students, and she started speaking at this program. Like, I don't even think she was a part of the program. She just attended, and then she like raised her hand to comment, and just whatever she was talking about really moved. Orion, me, and Amber there. We were like 3 amigos, and we were just like bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, and we gotta talk. So we were talking to her for a good minute, and then like once a month I would just pop in her office and like cry in her office, because she just has a spirit that is like, why am I talking about all of this with you right now?
She sure does.
We came to talk about my grades, so how we start talking about my childhood trauma? Like,
that's Judy, honey. That is Judy for you.
But to be around somebody who made me feel very vulnerable, but at the time I probably wouldn't have called it that, but I felt so comfortable enough that I didn't have to be Asha the personality. I didn't have to be Asha the student leader. It was just me and her, like all of that stuff didn't matter. Because I do think, as much as I love A&T, I do think the social circles can be a little difficult to navigate for some people. And I definitely had challenges with it. Like, I really struggle with that. So just being able to have a safe space where I could just like take it all off and just talk to someone. She was like that mama on campus that you didn't know you needed.
She sure was.
Glad you had. Like, one time definitely saw me walking around the yard when it was class time, and she's like, why aren't you in class? I was like, ooh,
you together.
I don't got a class at 11. What you talking about?
Why you in my business?
Dr. Rashid, oh my God. And I just remember my junior year was her last year working for the university, and she retired. And it was right before they closed the student union, the old student union. And it was in Stalin's ballroom. And Stalin's, the man who was named after, I don't know his first name, he was there for her retirement. So like, that was kind of cool, because we see this man's face and we have all these events in here, and his picture was old as hell. And I was like, wow, like, and he had big glasses. Like, it was just, he looked just like his picture, but it was just in person. And just to see their exchange for people that have known each other for decades and like been so invested in the institution, just to be around that, to hear their stories, like, I really appreciated that, because it taught me why HBCUs in general are important, why my HBCU is important, and why North Carolina A&T is essential to like the history of Greensboro, the history of North Carolina, the state, the history of this country. Like, I've learned that through so many gems at A&T. That's what made me like really love A&T.
Yeah.
My little...
I think that was good. That was good. I need a tissue.
Girl. Like, I'm just overwhelmed with emotion.
Right. No, I think for me, that was really good. That was really good. And I mean, I think for Judy Rashid, I think to know her is to love her. Like, I feel bad for you if you did not know who Judy Rashid was. Cause honey, that lady was a powerhouse.
But she didn't even have to like it was, she naturally
her presence. Yeah, her presence. It was just something about her presence.
It's like when she walk in the room, you sit up a little straight.
Everybody just be quiet. Yeah, you sit up, look over sheet.
Hey, Dr. Rashid.
Yep, exactly.
She just opens her arms to embrace you. You just be like,
oh my God, you want to hug me?
She could sense things about, like, she didn't even have to know you. She could just be around and she'd be like, come see me. I need to talk to you. You'd be like, oh my gosh. But she just pours love on people. And she has very unique ways of doing that. Because sometimes in the moment it might sting a little bit. Because she's tough on you. But she always still finds ways to weave in compassion.
Right.
Care. So it's like, even if it stung a little bit, she's still gonna she's gonna rub it out for you. Like, it's okay. Like, it's still all love. And you be like, I feel seen.
I feel seen.
Right. I'm gonna do better, Dr. Rashid.
Right. Yeah. I think for me, A&T, well, first, I love A&T because I think it really, really, really taught me to not only work hard, but work harder. And I say that because I think, you made some good points about, just, some people finding it difficult to kind of navigate those social circles, navigate the social life at A&T. And I think I had an issue with that in the beginning. I don't think I was ever a part of like a crew or like associated with like a group or, something like that. And sometimes I think when I said that I was hard on myself or I felt kind of like left out because I wasn't a part of like a crew, you know what I mean? Yeah. And so I think another thing, and I actually wrote a blog about this, but coming to A&T, everybody could dress. Everybody, could beat their face. Everybody could pump in some stilettos. Like, everybody
this lip gloss I got here is doing
you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody had, big curly natural hair. So there wasn't anything about what you were wearing or what I was wearing or how you looked or how I looked that really differentiated us because everybody had style, right? Everybody was beautiful. Everybody could dress. Like, everybody had this physical appearance that was for the gods. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, everybody really cared about how they looked, but it wasn't superficial. It was
exactly right.
It was more so like just wanting to like feel confident and to express. And every now and then, of course, you wanted to pop out with a look.
A little stud. Yeah.
You wanted to be seen.
Okay.
Like, them first few days of classes or homecoming week, and then after that, it's pretty much sweats for the entire year. Okay. But it wasn't in a like, oh, you got on this label and I've got on that. It's just more so like how you put pieces together or your personality and how you show that through how you dress. Because like you said, a lot of people have style. Like, when my freshman year, the DC kids, we were like, what do y'all have on? Like, they were very bright, very out there. But then we learned more about like DC culture and how it is vibrant like that. So then we're like, oh, that's why the DC girls wear orange lipstick to the 8 a.m. Okay, like.
No, that's so true. And I think what taught me, the lesson that I learned from that is that whatever I did, whatever I ran for, you know what I'm saying? Like, whatever thing, just whatever I went out for at A&T or whatever, I wanted, it was about work ethic. Like, it wasn't about how well you dressed or how stylish you were, because everybody was well dressed. Everybody was stylish. Everybody was beautiful. So it was really about your work ethic and what you brought to the table that was going to make you different. And because of that, I feel like A&T made me work harder. When you're, like me, just growing up in a predominantly white area, my skin already separates me. You know what I'm saying? Like, me being black, me having, big curly hair, my body being more defined than the white girls. If I can be, completely candid, that already set me apart. You know what I'm saying? But when I came to A&T, honey, everybody got bodacious bodies.
We all out here. Okay. We all in the grits in the calf. Okay. And them grits was thick. Okay. We was all thicker than grits.
Yes!
Even the little booties matter, girls.
Okay.
Was still thicker than
little booties matter. Little booties matter.
I can't relate, but I'm still an advocate for y'all.
I'm so dead. Because, baby, if you don't jump to put jeans on, baby, you don't feel my pain.
You don't. And that's okay. Because not every pain is meant to be felt. Hello, somebody. Hello.
But yeah, so I think, in that, like, in understanding and knowing that, it made me work harder for what I wanted, because it was about who I am, and what I brought to the table that really separated me and put me a level above, to get what I really wanted. If I can, talk from a personal just experience, like even running for like Miss A&T and talking about kind of just the difficulties navigating, those social circles, I was the underdog in that. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't have a crew. I wasn't Greek. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't a part of a lot of the orgs that I was a part of were orgs in my major, or specific to my major. And I think the only one outside of my major was probably Couture that I participated in, but I wasn't in any major orgs. I wasn't, I think I did RHA for 1 year, but I wasn't a part of any major orgs. I didn't live in the popular dorms, in the beginning. I wasn't from a state or a city that everybody knew each other, like Raleigh or Durham or Charlotte, or something like even DC. I feel like everybody came from DC knew each other.
They all got on the same bus together.
Okay, it came together. Like, I can say maybe 4 people from my high school, or just from where I'm from, came to A&T, and maybe 3 of them dropped out. So it was only like 2 or 3 of us that actually graduated. So I wasn't a part of like a real crew. Like I said, I wasn't, a part of any major org. So it really was about what I brought to the table. And so it made me work harder. And I think I've used that lesson just in my life now, especially in my career, is to work harder, is to work harder. Like, make it about what you bring to the table rather than how I look, how I dress, how my hair is styled, what lipstick I have on today, but what I can bring in this meeting, in this project, to this sale, to this customer, to this strategy or whatever else. And I think that's one thing I really, really love about A&T, because that's what it taught. And that's something I will never, ever, ever let go.
I feel like A&T definitely taught me like how to work hard, but definitely working smarter. And I think for me, working smarter has just been like how I network. And that's something that I feel like still benefits me a lot today. Yes. So I'm gonna work hard because I'm a Capricorn woman. That's what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
But but I mean, and it is important to work hard, but I think being strategic with your connections is really important. And so for me, I knew a lot of people from a lot of circles. So even like people think like, oh, you're from Raleigh, you only hung with the Raleigh people. And I'm like, not really. Like, I'm one of those people. I have a lot of really great friendships with people that you probably wouldn't expect me to, because like of how I navigate people. You'd be like, I didn't know you talked to Asha like that. And it's not for bad reason. It's just like, I don't necessarily have to be like, look at me being friends with all these people. Like, I just move a little more silently, I guess, in that regard. And I feel like that has helped me build all sorts of connections where I have friends from different circles and I have very individualized relationships with them. And even people who aren't friends, like mentors or administrators and things like that. Because if I email Dr. Pierce right now talking about I need a job at A&T because I have a degree in higher ed, if it's not at A&T, she's going to connect me to somebody.
Absolutely.
She wrote my letters for grad school. You get what I'm saying? So for me, it was just like, okay, you know what? There's something about this person that I admire or I want to know more about, and I'm going to connect with them in that way. Or, you know what, like, we got this class together and we both been struggling on the test. So now, like, we bonded over that, and I've maintained a lot of those relationships in some capacity. And I think that's why I'm able to leverage support the way that I am now, because I don't just have like one affiliate, you get what I mean? So A&T definitely taught me how to like pitch myself and be able to be like, I'm Asha Brown, an English student from Raleigh, North Carolina.
Yes,
like when I gotta turn it on, I know how to turn it on.
Right.
I know how to represent myself. And even if I'm nervous on the inside, A&T taught me enough to push through, to build those connections and to put yourself out there. And I still get in my head sometimes about it, but it's like I was still kind of equipped with how to maneuver and like use your voice and command the attention by stating your name.
Hello.
Like I never say my name is. No, I am.
I am. Yep.
I am. Like, I am Asha Brown, because that's exactly what I'm going to give you. So I learned a lot of that from A&T, and I think that's what's been helping me move the way that I move. Like, even when I fail sometimes, like, just that foundation still helps me get back up, you know?
Right. Absolutely. So of course, you know, everybody is sad, and we
like H O we said it's homecoming.
They don't understand.
Why?
Honey, homecoming is RIP, just RIP to homecoming 2020. So
I had plans.
Okay,
didn't theme this year. Okay.
For your 5 year, I'll give you that. I will give you that. So just for the simple fact, right? I think, you know, we can all, as funny as it sounds, I think we are all like super disappointed and just like hurt from the fact that, you know, homecoming is not here. But I really just want to talk about like, why is homecoming so special? Like, why is this so important? Other than the fact that we get to stunt, you know, like why, like we get to buy a whole bunch of outfits and some of them we might not wear, but you know, why is this just so special? Like, why is homecoming so important to us? Especially HBCU people. Like this.
Listen, because, okay, homecoming is an experience.
Okay.
It is not for the lighthearted nor the weak-hearted. At least not ours. Maybe speak for your other kids. I don't know. But I feel like I look at homecoming from two different lenses. I look at it from a student perspective and what that meant for me, and then me even now as an alumna, like what that means for me. So as a student, it was just like, you know, it's not really for us, but they do a lot for us to make us feel, you know, like we're having a good time and all of those things. But I just love the atmosphere, because from the students to the administrators to the maintenance man to the men that cut the grass every day, and you know A&T cut their grass
every day.
I'm pretty sure even in COVID, when the campus was shut down this summer, I know
confident
still had a job.
100%.
I know they did.
100%. No doubt.
It's like, there's no students here. We don't know when we coming back, but that grass is going to be cut.
Okay. I no doubt at all.
Listen, but I feel like homecoming as a student, for me, it was just a time to like continue to build that pride about the university, and to like, I don't know, I just feel like it was just so important, because the spirit, you could feel it from all ends of the campus. Like, I had professors who would be like, all right, if y'all okay with me moving y'all test to Wednesday, I'll give y'all class off on Friday. Like, cause some of your professors are Aggies too. So it's just this spirit where everyone just feels happy. Everyone can't wait for the nighttime for the activities, or can't wait for the weekend when all their friends come in town. It's just a certain spirit that even if you're not the most popular, and I say that loosely, or, you know, whatever, there's still a sense of love that floats around that campus. And it's just like, whoa. And then like, we really be turning up and we still be going to class the next day. Like, people think that at
honey,
we don't be doing nothing, and we do. We get our work done. Okay. But like, we still gonna have a good time. And I just feel like that's what A&T was for me. Like, just knowing how to balance the two, knowing how to work hard, play hard. But homecoming is just a very vibrant time on campus, and you just have fun. You just feel free. Like, I don't know, or just even like the type of people the university would bring to campus, you'd be like, wow,
right.
Such and such came to our campus. Like, whoa, like it was like that. But then even as an alum of the university, you know, a lot of us are in white spaces all the time. So then when we get to come back to homecoming, it's just like, you can take off that work persona, and you can just be, and you can turn up, and nobody's judging you. And it's just love, because you know what, you had a rough ass week at work, your boss getting on your nerves. But today, like, it's homecoming, and it's like all your cares go away, and you can stunt on the niggas that slept on you.
Okay, because that's why I'm here.
That's why I'm here.
Because baby boy, baby girl, that's why I'm here. That's good. I think for me,
You see my background?
I'm so dead.
This is how I was trying to be at homecoming. I was trying to be like the Aggie and Agatha. I was trying to find me.
Get off the Zoom.
I was gonna give it one more shot to give one of these A&T men like a try.
I am
so we could take our pictures on the track like this.
You get, oh my, I cannot stand you so bad. So bad.
In honor of not being able to.
Y'all should see her background for those who listen to the podcast.
We gotta take a picture.
Something. But I think for me, you know, when we talk about just going to A&T, I think we can both attest to the fact that attending homecoming as a student and attending homecoming as an alumna it's two completely different experiences.
Absolutely.
But I think, you know, when you think of just, you know, you mentioned like the love and the joy and the peace and the happiness that attending an HBCU brings you. Just, you know, if it's, you know, being able to go to college, reaching a major milestone, being, you know, the first of your family to go to college. If you're like me and you come from a predominantly white area and then you go to, you know, an all-black college and you get to, you know, be the majority there, you know, for those who had positions like we did and we're in orgs and we're in social groups and all that other good stuff. I think homecoming is just a time to relive those memories because, you know, if you are anything like me, like college was one of the best times of my life. And I don't mean that just because of, you know, like the partying. Don't get me wrong. That played a huge part. But
listen, that's why the way that I was throwing it in Riverwalk, Campus Green,
honey,
is why my knees, it's why my knees ain't on the stallion level right now because I got it out my system.
They blown out. You done blow them out.
I might get you like 10 seconds of a real quick.
So dead. You sound like an old lady. But, you know, I think A&T was just such an amazing time in my life. And I think like just going back to homecoming as an alumna is just the love. Like you said, you just feel it, like just driving past campus. And
oh my goodness.
Go ahead. What is it?
I get off on that exit and I turn onto East Market.
It's just a feeling.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's just a feeling that like you would have had to go on to A&T to understand what we're talking about. But like just getting off of that Gate City exit.
What's that stack? That smoke stack?
Oh yeah, I don't even know what.
Aggie Land.
Yeah.
Because you know how like all the Greensboro schools have like a water tower or something that's like up in the air to let you know you're on their campus. And once I see that little smokestack, I'm like, oh my god.
Yes, and I think just homecoming just brings all of that back. I think homecoming is just a reminder of what you accomplished. Like how much love you had, how much happiness you had, how much joy you had attending an HBCU, and just reliving and remembering and just reminding yourself of everything you accomplished and then all of the people who supported you along the way.
Right.
So
it's really like
a family reunion.
It's a huge family reunion. Absolutely. And I feel like when you're a student, it's still family reunion, but it's like you're still the kids at the family reunion.
Yes.
So like you just want to play. You like going, but it's like it hits different. And then when you're grown, it's just like you come back. It's different coming back.
You're the kid. The people that are on campus are students. It's like when you host a family reunion at your house. So it's different when you got to travel to come to the family reunion versus when the family reunion is at your house. So I think that's kind of what it is. Like when you travel, you haven't seen these people, you know, in so long, and you come to homecoming, like it just hits completely different as alum. So
it really does. I feel my best homecoming weekend. Like I feel my best person there because it's just the environment. I feel like I can just be me. I wish I might have to show y'all because I know Maja, she's publishing her video with the podcast.
Come on, what you gotta show us, honey?
I might. Can I share my screen?
Come on, let's see what you gotta show us.
Hold on, I gotta go into my archives. Shout out to my MacBook where I could just pull it up right here.
Yes. Let's see what she about to show us.
Take it back to Homecoming 2019. Let's do that. Where's my own videos? Child, because I just need y'all to understand the type of environment, the type of freedom you can have at homecoming, and there's really no judgment. Like, because while you sitting there like, oh my gosh, I can't believe, it's like somebody auntie and grandma is doing the same thing with you.
Okay, I mean, but for real, because
no,
honey,
like,
that no judgment.
No judgment. Like, if I could just show y'all, I wish I could show y'all all that I saw last year. But is this me? I think so. Okay. Hold on, let me pause it so I can share this screen. Oh my gosh, I'm excited to show you this one.
Yes, I'm excited. Let's see what you about.
Wait, let me share. You gotta change your settings.
Wait, me?
Yeah, it won't let me share.
Okay, let me see how I can do it. Ooh, not cut the video off. Okay, hold on. Video settings.
Yes.
Okay, share screen. Wait. Advanced. Okay, wait. Use TC. No, that ain't it. Share a selected app window only. That ain't it.
I'm crying.
It don't say anything about. Let me see. Okay, auto capture with window filtering, advanced capture. No, that ain't me. Okay, let me go to video settings. Okay. Hide non-video participants. Nope, that ain't it either. Okay, wait. Let me see. I don't know how to do it. What is it saying?
It just says that you disabled sharing.
That on me.
So it's just like
well, can you email it?
Go to share screen.
Okay.
Should it be there? Scan complete side by side. Or go to advanced. I don't know, because you can easily fix it while you're
right. What's
dang, I want to show y'all.
Can you email it to me? Maybe I could show it.
Yeah. I'm gonna text it to you. You want to make it, right?
Send it to me. I can open it on my computer.
You
so dead. Okay.
Because I'm sure you'll like edit to cut to this piece, right? I don't know how you do your thing, but
we gonna figure it out. Oh wait, okay, I fixed it. All participants can share.
Oh, look at it.
Well, who can start sharing with someone else? Okay, okay.
Okay, I got it.
Oh my God! Is that you? Oh no, that's somebody
yes.
grandma. Is that you?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Girl, in the middle of the street with no friends. Do you know this lady hyping you up?
Yes, I do know the girl hyping me up.
Oh my God.
But that's it. Girl, I was on Sullivan, like not too far from the stadium. And we was just having a ball. And like I said, people be like, oh my gosh, da, 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 da. But here's another one for the folks, just real quick. It's a couple seconds.
I'm so dead. Is this you?
No.
I was say, honey, what's going on? When did you have your hair like that? I'm so dead. I love this. And then everybody just hyping her up.
Like, I love it.
Good times. Good.
I do not know that lady. Like, they was cutting up, but that's just that's the homecoming spirit. Don't nobody care who you like, what your job is, what you doing. It's just like none of that matters. Just have a good time. It's your family, even people that you don't know personally, because some of the videos I got, I probably will never see these people again. But it's just everybody's having a good time. It doesn't matter how old you are. The babies be turning it up. Like, everything. They be doing they little
hit them folks.
You know, the babies love to whip and they hit the folks.
Honey.
Like, woo, I
can't. I do a little twist.
Right, but it's just the freeness, that carefreeness, because in our day-to-day, like, you know, we're so worried about chasing our careers. We have to be a professional, or we have to use a certain voice when we're in certain spaces, and or people, oh my gosh, what do I put on my social media? But here, like, Nobody
It's
cares
just
about
fun.
it.
Yeah,
It's just
no.
fun. You're going to see somebody's granddad macking on somebody, turning it up. You're going to
Sure
see somebody's
is.
grandma doing the same. And then you're
Sure
going to see
will.
like girls who are freshmen doing the same thing. Like, it just don't even matter. And nobody's judging you. It's just like, go ahead, baby. It's homecoming. Have a
Do
good
your
time.
thing. Yep,
Do
it's
your
homecoming.
Are y'all
Homecoming, people,
safe?
YOLO.
Y'all okay? Y'all need some water?
Mhm.
Y'all good? And that's it. Like,
Mhm.
and that's what I love about it. It's just a free space, and it's just all love, and it's just music booming from every direction. People dancing in the street.
Right.
Somebody looking at you, you look hungry, and they just give you a plate.
Sure do.
I used to love that in college. Baby, you hungry? You could see it in my
Come on
eyes.
over to our table. Child, they sure will recruit you.
Did you see?
You got
the
fish.
hunger? You got hot sauce, baby. Yes. Like, don't even know them, but they saw
They'll
the
get you
hunger.
together. They saw the hunger. They'll get you together. They will
You're
get
looking
you
a little
together.
frail, baby. You look a little frail. But no, I miss that. I miss that atmosphere where we create our own rules. And I think that's the beautiful part about homecoming. Like, yeah, we go for the parties, absolutely. Yeah, we might go to stunt a little bit because, like I said, it might have been some people that didn't see the rose that was growing from the concrete, and here you are with your job looking good. You got that grown woman thing going on
now. I'm so dead.
You know, you're not in that relationship in undergrad no more.
Okay. Hello? Because honey,
when you get out of college, people be really confessing how they feel about you. And I'll be like, what is that? But you got a boyfriend. But then they see you at home.
Oh, I didn't think you would look at me, or I didn't think you would look this way.
You look good. Where you at? Oh, I live near there. I'll come visit. And then niggas start inviting themselves over. That's the spirit of homecoming.
That is. That's you. You know, you going to G-Ho this year?
Yeah.
Where you staying at?
I've been seeing you doing your thing. Where you staying?
I've been seeing you doing your thing. That's it right there.
They be trying to compliment you out here doing your thing. Like, so when you coming in the town,
right.
Whole time I do not like you. Stop it.
Sir, no, it's a no for me.
The tailgates, just everything. And, you know, last year I didn't go to the game, but I usually go to the game just for that atmosphere. And, you know, there's no place to sit because everybody's just there wanting to see the band. Everyone's just so happy to see each other. And it's people that you don't even talk to often. Or maybe that person that was in your class and y'all didn't know each other's names, but y'all knew each other. Like,
Yep.
It's just so much love there. And I feel like I felt more love at homecoming than sometimes on campus because it's different when you're like away from
it is.
people,
Absolutely.
back.
Absolutely.
So, I love it. I think from an activity standpoint, I definitely had more fun in undergrad, like going to the concert, going to the gym jams, and like, you know, all those things. I feel like as an alum, like I'll be tapping out a little bit sooner. I'll be like, all right, I'm gonna
Oh yeah, same. Y'all like going to another party? I can't.
We're not done here.
Right. I can't. I don't know if I can hang this time.
It's another party.
Or Chad, if anything, I'm like, you gonna have to let me get a nap in because this ain't gonna work.
You need the nap. You need
this ain't gonna work.
Marathon it. It's not a sprint. Definitely don't lose your friends at homecoming, especially if you got Sprint, because your phone, your text message.
Oh my God, that is the worst. And I used to have Sprint. That is the worst.
Let me tell y'all, if you did not go to A&T, I don't know if your campus you can relate, but definitely there would be so many people on our campus pulling at the same 2-3 cell towers that literally
you can't send a text.
You can't get no text messages, can't really call nobody. Like, we still be trying to use our little Aggie Access login. Like, can we still log on to Wi-Fi?
You know what I'm saying? Because it's ridiculous. This ain't it.
So don't lose your friends. Like, if y'all going through a crowd, we holding hands, like we locking arms. Especially me, I'm short. I really have to lock arms with people. I'll be like, look, I get lost.
Right.
I get lost in crowds. Not because I'm not paying attention. I'm just small. Like,
right.
But that's part of the homecoming experience where you don't get all your text messages till you get back to your hotel, and it be interesting what might be in those messages too.
And then low key be a little salty. You miss some of them, but
you be like, dang, if
that's
I
another
story
for
campus,
another. Right, that's another story for another day.
Ooh, what to do when you missed your Aggie boo. That's the next episode.
I get it. I love it. I absolutely love it.
No, but I think it was just good for us to do this and just like reminisce on it, because like I always look forward to going to A&T for homecoming. I always bring friends that didn't go to A&T with me.
Right.
So I went to grad school at the University of Louisville. I tell my listeners that all the time. And so homecoming there is very, very, very different. It's very, very white. And like the one little activity they carve out for Black students, it's like sometimes they pull it together, sometimes the step show don't happen. Like it's a very different culture. Game day is important for them because their games are televised. Like it's very different.
Right.
But my friends that come with me, you know, they love their alma mater because that was their experience, and that's awesome. But when they come here, they're just like, dang, like it's just the energy is there. And for them to have not attended this institution and really their only connection to the institution is me, it's not like they know many people. They're just like, that was so fun. Like, that was great. Like, I feel good. Like, just to be in their space, and we just having a good time, cutting up, drinking, we walking on the yard like, shots!
Okay.
If you see me, tilt your head back. Like, yes. I definitely had a bottle of Jameson on the yard last year. The year before that, I had tequila, and if you saw me, you to the shop, to that bottle.
Honey, let me drive the boat.
We was driving the boat. I don't know how that's gonna work post-COVID, but
I know. We gonna
might have to get like carry a little shot cup.
Something plastic. Yeah, everybody hold their own shot cup. Okay.
Yeah, because now I'm just like, I don't know. But I do hope that we get to experience homecoming next year. So
I think we will.
The way we can do that is I need y'all to wear a mask.
Okay, wear your mask and stay at home at some point. Like, you know, just limit your going outside. You know, wear your mask. Don't be in a bunch of big groups. I mean, I know.
Wait, I gotta show you something else. Hold on, I'm about to get it.
Ooh, okay. Chat, this picture, it's cute.
Oh, thank you. That was a celebration bowl last year.
Oh my God.
And this is our last year in the MEAC, so that sucks.
Oh my God, that is so crazy.
All right, hold on.
Wow, how things have changed. Give us something good.
All right, so you know, masks are important, but I love to have my little Aggie pride going at the same time, y'all.
Uh-oh, I'm scared. Oh, that is so cute. I'm slacking. How cute is that?
And I got another one. My mom got these for me. It said HBCU made.
That is so cute.
So I might wear this mask all week in the name of Aggie pride.
As you should. Yes, come on. I love it. That is so
We love to see it. That's how I'm gonna be at homecoming next year. Stop playing.
We love to see it. We love
We love Aggies who are safe now, okay?
Yes. Aggie pride to all Aggies who safe.
No, I think I definitely miss being on campus. It's just, first of all, A&T is such a beautiful campus. And I don't miss walking to class, but I just miss that.
Okay, not at all.
Girl, I used to live in Barbie Hall and have class in GCB, and I'm not a timely person.
Same. I lived in Van Story and had class, and that's all of my classes were in Crosby and GCB. So, honey, I knew the struggle.
I was getting my steps in, okay?
Okay, steps like no other.
Listen, that's why I could walk in New York fast as hell now, because A&T prepared me, because I was trying to get to class, low key.
Another life lesson.
And listen, didn't know I was prepared. The universe has this way of teaching us.
Okay, because honey, prepared. Underscore.
Like, listen, don't sleep on me. These legs can get to moving.
Okay. My knees ain't all bad.
I take my baby on one day for women's. Okay, listen.
Get out. All right. Well, this is good.
Give me that old egg spirit. I miss Golden Delight. I miss that. I'm sad I didn't get to see P-Funk this year. And I hope that they put out a video or something of them doing it.
Yeah, I don't even want to see the Golden Delight. I want to see the old Golden Delight.
Oh, the old Golden.
They be killing it. That's who I want to see.
With all the body, like
yes, and still be getting it.
Was thicker than a Snicker, y'all. Let me tell you this, and they was getting it. Like, no, you knew them girls was from the South, cause them girls is thick. Like,
I cannot. Yes.
But no, to everybody out there, even if you didn't attend an HBCU, you know, we're not trying to do that debate. First of all, that's tired. But, you know, still show your support to HBCUs because our institutions matter. And for a lot of us, that was our entryway to higher education. Like I mentioned, for me, I didn't get accepted to other schools, and these HBCUs opened their doors to me to give me a chance. And so, you know, I really hate when people throw salt on our names. Like, granted, you don't have to go there. You don't ever have to send your kids there, whatever. But I feel like as Black people, it's kind of nasty of us to throw shade at the institutions that open their doors for us historically when other schools, these big name schools, would not. And granted, times have progressed in a lot of ways and increased opportunities for people, but there's something special about HBCUs, and there's something unique and magnificent that they do for the students who attend there. A lot of major culture comes from a lot of HBCU grads. And so some of your favorite TV shows, like all these things. So, you know, I'm very thankful for our institutions, even the ones that aren't A&T, because they're still important. And historically, a lot of our schools have ties to these PWIs, even A&T. Like, we are the Black equivalent to NC State. We're both land-grant institutions, and both focusing in engineering and the sciences. And so historically, when there was talk about the Second Morrill Act, which basically was the establishment of like Black land-grant institutions, NC State was like, we don't want the colored kids on our campus. Ooh. So that's how we ended up starting in the basement of Shaw University. So the history behind the establishment of our institutions is very rich. And the fights that we've had to go through to keep our doors open, they all matter. So even if you aren't a graduate or a student there, you know, just don't sleep on us, because we do very magical things that really influence our culture and society. And we're not less than. My degree still holds a lot of weight. Trust me, people know about ANC.
Like, they do.
So, I mean, I'm happy for all of us that go to school, but it really like ruffles, it just disrupts my spirit to hear us go at each other over whose is better and da-da-da-da. And it's just like, at the end of the day, the fact that we all have this opportunity to pursue higher education however we get there, that's important. And our institutions, you know, we're trying to preserve our legacies because they've really done a lot for a lot of us. So that's my little there, period.
Honey, ditto. Like you said, I think the comparison, I think, is tired. You know, like I feel like HBCUs are just as important, just as valuable as any other institution, bottom line.
I went to the other institutions too, and it is a difference. And while the Black experience, for me, it was different because I was in grad school, so I didn't care about like certain things compared to like the undergraduate students, but I worked with some of them just because of my program, and their Black experience is different. It's not a Black college experience because they did not attend a Black college, but it's still their Black experience as college students, if that makes sense. And they got to do what they can, because a lot of them are fighting to have their programs, their things like that, because they are not the majority on their campuses. Shout out to y'all that's hustling to incorporate Black culture and experiences on your campuses. Like, we see you. Like, all that Twitter shit is fake to me. In real life, like, you got HBCU guys that still want to see you win and still, you know, acknowledge like what y'all trying to do in your campuses, but we can acknowledge that they're different, and that's okay too.
And at the end of the day, if we don't do it, who will? Honey, if we don't represent for us, who will?
Who? If
So,
not us, then who?
then who?
Yeah.
So yes.
Oh yeah. And for all y'all that like to ask Maj, I'm annoyed.
I'm so good.
I'm
Ask
Asha
Asha.
Elaine. Ask Maja. I am Asha Elaine. I'm the creator and host of Wine About It, the podcast. Is your weekly candid conversation about any and everything while sipping your favorite glass or bottle, because there's no judgment over here of wine. So, no, seriously, like whatever you got to do, there's no judgment.
Okay, I love that. I absolutely love that.
Yes. Well, I'm excited, and
I am too.
glad we finally did this. We've been going back and forth.
I know,
talking like,
so
okay, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. So
Now, I got your number now. You got my number now. No, it's
yes, I'm gonna just be texting you regularly.
Honey, text me. I text back, honey. I like when regular light skinned girls. I text back. Get out! I'm so dead.
No, we about to be real friends, Maja. I'm gonna be really like
Absolutely. I'm here, child. Text me. I text back.
I'm serious.
Okay, let me go eat a little dinner.
Yes.
What you say? What you get ready to say? You gonna be like, what?
No, I was just saying I'm a little sucky at texting, but
okay.
I'm trying to be better. I'm like a talk on the phone person.
Oh yeah, no, same. Or we can send audio messages. I like doing that too.
Yes, yes. Okay.
I can send a little audio message. Send me an audio message. Send me a text, child. Let's stay in touch.
No, I'm serious. I will do that. But go eat your dinner, honey.
Okay, yeah. Let me go get some dinner.
Send me the audio.
I'll
you can keep the video. Yeah, okay. However you want to do it.
Okay.
You got my email, right?
Yep, absolutely.
Okay. And yeah, that's a Gmail, so you can definitely share it through.
Okay, perfect. Sounds good.
Yeah.
All right, Miss Asha. I'll talk to you later.
Bye, girl.
All right, bye.
All right, that's all we have for Ask Maja podcast this week. Thank y'all so much for listening, and I will catch you on the next episode.
Let me get the mic. Honey, I got something to say. Ooh, I like that. Can you turn that up for me? No, like, it's Maja. But you know, Maj for short. Ask Maj.